Hey everybody, how's it going? It is dunbarsnackbar. It's time for some MLB The Show 20. This is going to be the very first Road to the Show episode, and we're going to be creating the character of Sigmund Sunwafer. That's this guy's name. Now, for those of you who've been in with the channel for a while, you guys will know I come up with some ridiculous names, and I got to give credit to my best friend who had made up a lot of these guys. What was really cool was when we were living together as roommates, we would just come up with names of people that were ridiculous and give them amazing stories. So Sigmund Sunwafer by day is going to be an MLB great, but by night is going to be a super villain. His origin story, as it was written, was he was trapped in a tanning bed and absorbed all the ultraviolet radiation, and now he can emit radiation at the same level as a tanning bed. So the way that he takes care of his victims is he'll lay down right on top of them and turn himself on, basically, which sounds so dirty, actually, and then emit that radiation until they have a really, really bad sunburn. So that is the origin story and the powers of Sigmund Sunwafer. But obviously nobody here knows this. They just know him as the MLB All-Star. Anyway, with this being the beginning of the Road to the Show, we're going to go through the first few games. We're also going to go through just anything kind of related to the showcase, so you can see my draft stock is increasing with every single thing that I take part in, which is great to see. What I'm going to be doing this time is playing as a center fielder. What I've done historically is I've been in the infield for quite a bit. I think the last time I was in the outfield, gosh, I mean, I honestly can't even think of what it was. So I'm going to be really bad, I feel like, at the beginning of this. But the way that I'm going to be doing these videos is I'm going to be doing every single series as just one episode. So rather than just showing one really awesome game, I'm going to show you what the entire series is so you guys can get a good look. But I'm obviously going to cut it down just to the highlights of it, because I don't think you'd want to see here or sit here and watch all of these games and, you know, me watching a bunch of pitches and stuff like that. But anyway, so that being the case, I did, as part of his origin story, when he did get trapped in the tanning bed, he went through amnesia, so he doesn't remember where he's from. So I put Sigmund Sunwafer's country of origin is at sea. So I have no idea. So I'll be playing for the international team. We're going up against the West. With this being the first time I've played this game in a long time, what I'm doing is starting off with dynamic difficulty and just kind of working from there as I can get things going. I've mentioned this so many times just playing this game in the past, how difficult it can be to make the adjustment to minor league ball and then to major league ball, just because the pitching speeds can be just so drastically different. And the timing obviously changes and stuff, so I'll continue to work on it as I get better. So, you know, kind of please forgive me for this, for these earlier parts. With Sigmund Sunwafer, you can see with the amazing beard. As a bearded man myself, I could not pass up that opportunity. But he's a redhead, just because of the sun. And I gave him the nickname, so you'll hear the announcer say it, Big Daddy Sun. I just thought that'd be cool. Anyway, that first at-bat is going to be my first base hit, so that's not a bad way to get things started off. I did get Sigmund Sunwafer set up to be a small ball type player, so he is really speedy. He has got some amazing contact, just power that he's really lacking. And I think his fielding is somewhat average. We'll kind of put it that way, but I'm not quite as concerned about that. I mean, besides, everybody loves seeing what happens on offense. It doesn't care so much about fly balls, unless it's an amazing dive or something like that. It doesn't seem like there's going to be too much different with Road to the Show, though, over how it's been in years past, so I'm not worried about controls changing or anything like that. It's just really going to be getting timing down. Since I'm playing on a different setup than I had in the past, you know, that actually does change quite a bit when you go from a TV to like a computer monitor like I'm doing, just because the input lag is going to be different and stuff. Runners on first and second with one out. This is an opportunity for me to get the first RBI in this series with Sigmund Sunwafer. So I feel like pressure's on here a little bit, but that one is not going to be stopped by the first baseman. I guess he is going to make the stop on it, but I'm not going to be out or anything. And I feel pretty fortunate that got ended up being scored a hit. I just know once I saw it pop out of his glove, I was like, that's going to be an error. I'm sure they're going to call it, just because a lot of those things do not go my way. So I will take the base hit. Now the bases are loaded here. 0-2 count. I'm going to have to make the adjustment on that. Is going to drop. So I'll get over to second, but that'll be all bases are still loaded. I was going to say I want to make the adjustment to when other batters are up for my team that I don't go through the quick counts to get to something that's going to happen right away, because I feel like I'm going to miss out on a lot of stealing opportunities. I mean, this dude is super fast. He's going to be breaking records right and left when it comes to base stealing. I've also gotten some equipment for him, too, that should make him faster. And, ooh, that was not pretty. Not only does it make him faster, but I've also got ones that increase his fielding ability and a lot of stuff with contact hitting as well, just kind of maximizing what that strength is. So since I already have those items in my equipment, I'm hoping that Sigmund Sunwafer is just going to dominate here in the minor leagues and get up to the majors pretty quickly. In this video, I probably should have said this at the beginning, we'll be seeing what team that he is going to play for. I am going to go through the draft as well. And the plan is, and this is a little bit different than what I've done in years past, is I'm going to go ahead and just have the computer choose who I'm going to be playing for. I'm not going to make that decision myself. So it'll be interesting to see where we end up. Bottom of the third now, 2-2 count, runner on second. A lot of twos spoken right there, but that's just going to be off to the right. I'm going to make the catch. He's going to stay on second. Should have come back a little bit more so I could just get a really strong toss in if I needed. But luckily, like I say, he didn't go. So we're set. 7-4 here in the bottom of the eighth. Let's see if we can turn this into a big W for us. High fly ball. Easy to get underneath and a catch. Got to decide what type of camera that I want to use for that. If I want to use the default one like you saw right there, or if you hold down L2, I believe is what it is, it'll kind of give you a broadcast view on what's going on, and that can be advantageous at times, but I might try and stick with the norm just to be careful. 2 for 4 today, not bad, but I've only had singles. With my speed, I need to up that. Gosh, this difficulty showing down there. I don't know if that means it dropped or what, but can't imagine it would drop though when you go 2 for 4. You know how embarrassing that would be if the expectations for you are just ridiculously high like that, and then you get penalized for not going 2 for 4. So I think no, it did go up. All right, top of the ninth. This will be my last opportunity. Runner on third. I'm going to let that one go. Continuing with the strategy, and I'm being very conscious of this, to make sure that I watch all the pitches until I get that first strike. Unless it's right over the heart of the plate. Then I'm going to go ahead and swing at it like I did right there. It's going to go into center field. Runner is going to come home, so I will expand the lead for us. Get my first RBI. Still a lot of first aheads, but getting out the big ones here. But I don't know if I should even really count it, because here in these prospect games, it's not like anything really carries over. Maybe I should be more focused on celebrating the first minor league baseball hit and all that stuff before I get to the majors, and then kind of reset it and celebrate all those firsts that are going to happen. Swing and a miss. He's out, but I get my first stolen base. Here I am talking about first, and I get another really important one. Timing on there was pretty solid. Got a ton of speed, as I mentioned. I think I'm at 90 or something, so I'm not worried about getting over there pretty quickly. What you notice in these prospect games very early on in the minor league careers, in a good majority of cases when it comes to the catchers, they don't have the speed to match, or the speed of their throws don't really match my speed right here. Getting a pretty good lead off here. Going to try and make a break to third, but that ground ball is going to remain in the infield. Throw over to first will be in time. And so what I was hoping was going to be a stolen base really ends up being just advancing on that ground ball. Okay. frustrating. But like I said, I got to take off quick counts. All right, this is it. This will be a chance to get a run. And that is going to go over to third, but he'll make the throw to first at the time. I'm calling it. Yep, he did. So I'm not going to get anything, and I was hoping that was going to be my first run, but that's okay. All right, so as we head to the dugouts, I'm not expecting really much to happen. I think this is actually going to turn into the end of the game, and it is. Great thing for me is Sigmund Sunwafer ended up making player of the game with his 3 singles, 1 stolen base, and 1 RBI. So not too shabby, but with these introductory games, they're definitely a lot easier than what we're going to find later on. So let's see what the next game is like and see if we continue with the success, but it's nice to be able to have that recognition. I didn't think I was going to get it. When you looked at the score and the amount of hits that we got, I thought there would be others kind of more well-deserving, but I don't know if that stolen base is kind of what made the difference there, because other people probably have more RBIs than I do. Yeah, see, 17 total hits all game. 3 of them were from Sigmund Sunwafer, so I guess 14 spread out over 9 people. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, time to see who we're playing. It is the Central Prospects. This will be the last game of this showcase. Remember, stay until the end when I will show you what team that Sigmund Sunwafer is going to be playing center field for. Or at least, if he doesn't get traded or anything like that, that's a real possibility. And in years past, when I've been very selective of what team that I wanted to play as, I've made sure that trade doesn't happen. But I can imagine it will here. So I'm saying I'll show you what team I'm starting off with, since I don't know what's going to happen. We're up 1-0 here in the top of the 4th. I've had 1 at bat already. You can see I'm 0 for 1. Man, it was solid contact, but just got caught. Anyway, high fly ball. This is going to go off the wall. It's going to mean extra bases for me as I get into second, standing up. I wasn't going to try for third. I'm going to try and be more tame this year and less aggressive when it comes to base running when decisions like that come up. I mean, obviously you can't be aggressive when you've got somebody in front of you on the base pass, but I definitely want to play this smarter. I still want to break those records and everything, just do it in a way that doesn't hurt the rest of the team. I was hoping to be able to keep going here. I mean, I'll make the sprint home. Wait a minute. That wasn't caught? I genuinely thought that was going to be an easy catch, but no. All right, 6th inning now, 6-0. Here's the first run on something that I didn't think was going to happen. Now, in center field, I've had a number of these. Just these types of events where I can't control what happens or really do anything except just move in and get a ground ball. I know those aren't necessarily exciting, but I figure you might want to kind of know what I'm up against here in this one. And then you got ones like that where it doesn't even go my way, but I got to watch it anyway. It's okay. Shouldn't complain too much, but look at that. Double RBI and a run. Not a bad way to start things off. All right, runner on first. He's going to make the throw over there. With us being up 6-3 and no outs, I'm not going to lie. I would definitely think about stealing right there. I know that the big plan is to try and get the ball low, force a... Oh, wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was going to stay in. But yeah, let's keep this up here. 6-3. Top of the 7th. No outs. I want to drop that bunt. This is where it gets like, I get torn on how selfish I should be with this. I want to be able to get the stats, which is why I don't want to bunt. I mean, I'm definitely not down, so just the idea of bunting is purely for fun. Ooh, that's going to fall short in center field. That is another base hit for me. It's going to put a runner in scoring position. We're not down by we're not down at all, but with the Central prospects being down by just 3. Almost anything can happen at this point. They can come back pretty quickly, so I got to be conscious, and maybe now's the time I'll go ahead and break the try not to be aggressive on the base pass, but can't do too much with people in front of me. Unfortunately, double play. So that'll end the inning and the momentum that we had kind of built up right here. We'll see what Central does as they respond in the bottom of the 7th. Probably hear the 7th inning stretch going. Man, I'm gonna miss watching baseball. It's gonna be really frustrating not being able to go to a game this summer, but it is what it is. At least you can be a spectator here on this channel of baseball. See what I'm talking about? There's more of these. Just these ground balls that really don't amount to too much, but it's 6-5 now. Runners on first and second with no outs. Now we've got, it looks like they both ended up scoring, because now we're looking at 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th with the runner on first. Slow roller that's going to come out to me. Not going to be able to do anything, so let's just go right to the cutoff man. Get it back to the infield as quickly as possible. All right, man, everything's tied at 7. Here we are in the top of the 9th. This is an opportunity for me to get my batting clutch up, but I'm nervous. This is always like a frustrating time for me. I always feel like I'm not going to do well, but we'll see how we do right here as I watch the first pitch, a 4-seam fastball for ball number 1. I always like looking at the pitch types. You'll see me do it quite a bit just because it helps me anticipate what might come and to consider things like speeds and stuff. Still more work to do, I think, when it comes to being an effective batter, but just kind of knowing what's there and kind of matching up those to where that pitch is in their priority, and also the level of success that they've had with it. I mean, it's just those types of things I try to think about when I come up to the plate. And it seemed to work in the past. I mean, it's working today, 2 for 4. I'll take a 500 batting average anytime. All right, runner was going. I did not call for it, but it's frustrating. I noticed just at the last second that the runner was going. And the hope was I could lay down a bunt, or maybe just let it go, see if they can get a stolen base, but instinctively I swung to try and force the hit and run. Bottom of the 9th, tied at 7. High fly ball. It's going to be caught. Ooh, get it over to third. Ah, dang it. Rather than getting right underneath it, I should have ran up on it and made the throw over to third. That might have forced them to stay there. By me not doing it, we're going to end up losing this game 8-7. I hope you guys enjoyed these videos with 2 games in this format. I kind of want to keep things going right here. But I'm going to show you guys right now what team I'm going to be playing as for MLB The Show 20's Road to the Show. Welcome to Draft Day, everybody. So we're going to see where I end up for this Road to the Show. This is going to take a while, so I'm going to go ahead and just skip through it. Plus, you guys don't even know who half of these people are, or really anybody there. All right, so round 15, pick 2. It looks like the Baltimore Orioles have been the team that has selected me, so I'm going to be wearing orange and black for the next little while, it looks like, as I go with the AAA affiliate, Norfolk Tides, and also the AA affiliate, the Bowie Bay Sox. Gone up against the Bay Sox quite a bit. I've never played as them. Anyway, this is going to be kind of cool. I'm excited to see where this goes. Again, subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if there's something in here that you enjoyed. You want me to make more content like this, and if you have requests, take a look over at Patreon. That's the best way to be able to support me and to help this channel grow. And also, got a Discord that is in the description below. Thanks again for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Until next time, have a good one.